Thank you for waking up with me, sweet y'all, where we come together to our mind, body, and spirit so we can turn and go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. This morning's little pop-up is brought to you by Ferrucci's, Pepsi, Gypsy Willow, and Hue Salon. And this is just a little quick little reminder, things that just pop into my head and kind of going back to old school. I'm going to say a little affirmation for you that might start your day. And this will appear on YouTube, Apple, all those places as a little pop up later on. But I listened to a song. Actually, I did a reel this morning because I decided to stay at home this morning and not go to the gym and just take time to just pray, meditate, read, just rest in a moment, enjoy my coffee. But I have to move my body. I move my body every day. It is a responsibility to me and to others, and I'll explain that in just a minute. And why my responsibility to myself, if I don't attend to it, becomes a responsibility of another. And I don't want that to happen. That is not how I want to roll, right? So I did my thrusters this morning. Thank you, Amy Habrack. She does this thing every month where she has a particular exercise that she does every single day. And so this month is thrusters. So I did my 20 thrusters with my weights. And the song that I picked now, if I want to change the world, I have to start with myself. And I went, oh, I can't unhear that. I can't unhear that. There's so many things that I want to point out, especially with social media, that someone else needs to do. Like, you know what you need to do? Like they say in New York. And you know what? The whole thing is, it's me. It starts with me. 100% me. Every single thing. Whether it be working out, whether it be finances, all the things, it starts with me. You know, and there's two things that have really come to my mind lately. And I'll probably do an elongated podcast on this. And talk about it more, but some things are really getting to me or I'm really thinking about lately. I'm 67 and I'm in the last quarter of my life. I mean, it's the last quarter. I've got less of my life to live than I've lived before, unless I plan on living to be 114. And 100 sounds good to me, not 114. I think about, what do I want to do with this one beautiful, amazing, wild, and crazy life that God has given me? Well, in order to do that, I've got to take charge of my life financially, physically, spiritually, all those things, so that I can live to be as old as God allows me to be, but be vital and vibrant and just vivacious and all those things. And you can do that. You can do that. Y'all, it kills me when I hear people my age talk about, well, I'm just getting old, can't climb. I'm going, stop it. Stop it right now. You are as old as you decide to be in your heart, mind, and spirit. I'm going to say it again. You're as old as you decide to be in your mind, soul, and spirit. And I'm telling you, you can start today. I get so passionate about that because I look at the me that was me 3 years ago, and it's not even the same person. And people sometimes feel like they're maybe doing unkind to me when they say, oh my God, you don't even look like the same person. Great. Thank you. I'm not the same person. Mind, body, and spirit, all three. I told you before that I kind of had the spirit part and I kind of had the mind part, but I didn't have the body part. But I think it's all three. It is all three of those together. And we are responsible. But this is a thing that I was really thinking about. I've had a few friends that I have that, because their family is reaching an older age, and some of them haven't been really responsible financially. And so now other people are having to take care of them financially. A lot of them have not been responsible physically, taking care of themselves. So now others have to take care of them. Now, I do know that no matter what I do, things are going to happen in our life that are absolutely beyond our control. But I want to control what I can. And what I can control is what I put in my mouth, how I exercise, what I put in my mind. You know, all those things I have 100% control of. 100% control of. So that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. So I don't want, and I think I heard Andy Stanley talk about this one time. He's awesome, by the way. If you want to find somebody that you can listen to that would help you grow further in your faith and take it so that you can impact your world, start with you, then filter out into the world. Listen to Andy Stanley. His sermons are amazing. His podcast is amazing. Good stuff. So I think he said one time that we shouldn't have our lack of responsibility become someone else's responsibility. We shouldn't let our lack of responsibility become someone else's responsibility. We are responsible for ourselves. And I want to take complete personal responsibility for what I say, for what I do, for my actions, not depending on what other people do. This is something else I'm going to talk about in greater length. This past week, or actually a few weeks ago, I didn't handle something in a good way. I didn't. I did not. I was right about the problem, what needed to be addressed. I didn't address it properly. I didn't take into consideration that person. I didn't take into consideration that person's history of me. I didn't take into consideration where that person was in their life right now. I did not handle it well. Guess what? I had to suffer the consequences. It was a great loss to me. And you could say, but they should have done this. No, that's not how it works. I, myself, am personally responsible for the words I speak, how I say them, when I say them, and the manner in which I say them. I am personally responsible for me. That's it. Bottom line. End stop. Ooh, word up. So I wrote a little affirmation today, and we're going to say it in a minute. But I just thinking about that song. If I want to change the world, and I do, I've always wanted to change the world. I know that sounds so silly, but I have. As a little girl, I wanted to change the world. I wanted to make the world brighter and sweeter. I told you, I read that phrase in a book that if you would achieve happiness, and if you wanted to bring happiness to you, you do it by radiating happiness. And then happiness will come to you in its brightest and greatest form, not because you achieve to get it, but because you desire to radiate it. And I got that all messed up, but I think you got my gist. And that's what I've tried to do with this podcast. Every now and then I go, what am I doing? What in the world am I doing here? Should I keep on doing this? Is it silly of me to do this? And every now and then I'll run into somebody who says, hey, I really enjoy what you're saying out there. I really enjoy listening to you. And then I go, maybe I keep on doing it. Maybe just one day at a time, because I really do want to change the world. But I have to start with me. I am my personal responsibility. It is so important. I'm hoping that something I say might get you to get off the couch and just go for a walk, lift those weights, take care of your body. You might say to me, I'm too old. No, you're not. Are you living? Are you hearing? Are you living? Grab whatever weight you can. Build whatever strength you can. I've always been this way, Karen. That's just the way I am. No, I don't buy that. That is not just the way you am. That is the way you have been up until this point, and you can change. You can change for the better, because if I want to change the world, I've got to first change myself. If I want to make a difference in the world, I've got to make a difference in me. And I know you can do it. I'm doing it. I've still got so much work to do, y'all. And this is something else I was thinking about. It seems like the more that I ask God to show in me, to show me what I need to work on, sheesh, the more things I do wrong. Or is it the more things I do wrong, or am I just aware of it? Am I being intentional? Am I looking at my life and going, Karen, that's not the right thing. And y'all, the right thing depends on me. It doesn't depend on how you act. It doesn't depend on how you respond. It depends on me, period. Amen. So I got more stuff to talk about, and I think I'll make this more of a full-on podcast. It's just a little pop-up, and I just thank the people that make this possible. Hugh Salon, Ferrucci's, Pepsi, Chipsy Willow. I talk about different sponsors at different times. And this is not about advertising. This is about saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my little bitty heart, well, big heart, for allowing me to come on here and bring my message and help me to produce the podcast and all the things that we do. For any of you that have taken the time over the years since 2020, can you believe it? Isn't that crazy? Has it been since 20? Yeah, since 2020 to be a part of this mission with me. I thank you. And if you love what I'm saying it's touched something in your heart, or you know a friend or a loved one that might need to hear it about personal responsibility, about personal growth, about living that light that's inside of you. Y'all, like that song says, it only takes a spark to get a fire going. That's how it is with God's love. Once we experience it, we want to sing. It's fresh like spring. We want to pass it on. Pass it on, y'all. Okay, before we go, I'm going to read my little affirmation. It's just a simple affirmation for you to take in your heart today. And it all was spurred because I did that exercise with that song, and it just stuck in my craw in a good way, as my mama used to say. All right, here we go. If I want to change the world, I have to start with me. If I want calmness in others, I start with me. If I want love from others, I start with me. If I want order from others, I start with me. If I want kindness from others, I start with me. If I want acceptance from others, I start with me. If I want change, I start with me. And so it is. Y'all, I love you. I thank you for being here. I thank you for loving me. I thank you for sharing this message with others. Thank you, God. And thank you, all of you. And you know what I'm going to say every single time. Be sweet, y'all.